All right, we're live. We are live, live, live. It's been a busy week. Still busy. I mean, I'm as soon as we get done with this, I'm gonna start breaking down Quincy Roche film and putting together a breakdown that'll be out tomorrow. We just finished our Daniel Jones player profile projection. Just finished that series for the year, and then I'm gonna do Justin Hiller too. So it's been a busy week. Justin, this isn't our podcast. We're gonna answer questions. So ask questions. What's going on?
Hey, Bobby Skinner. Nice to see you. Nice to talk with you. I don't know if I'm prepared right now for all the questions that we're about to get about everything. There's so much that has happened, and I'm going to need to do a deep dive kind of breakdown of like all in one place everything that's happened the last like 48 hours before we record tomorrow. Today was a big fantasy football day, and I'm gonna when we get off with this, I'm gonna continue with the fantasy football research. I just started. I'm very behind.
My draft is tomorrow night. I just remembered.
I think we both have a draft. Well, I have a John Boy Media. We have a John. Well, you're not in the John Boy Media.
I dropped
league, right?
out. John Boy. I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it, and people weren't going to take it seriously. So I was like, I'm not going to do this one.
Yeah. So I have a draft tomorrow night with the John Boy Media. Are you in that YouTubers league?
Yes, but I am going to take part of the draft, but I am going to let my brother run the day today.
All right. So then that's Friday night. That draft is happening.
Is that Friday night? Because I might have to.
I believe it's this Friday night.
Friday night. Is it Friday night? I was kind of hoping there's a food truck and live music event Friday night. I was kind of hoping to go to that.
Anyway, lot of stuff, a lot of giant stuff has happened, and I have Ajita, so I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Busy day. Excited. Quincy Roche news got me really excited. It really did. Like he was, whenever there's for UDFAs, cut down days, there's always so many, like a base of players. You don't even know who 75% of them are. But you're like, all right, but there's some guys I would like out of that, And I just put out, like, I looked through it. I was like, there's two I want. Ben Mason, the fullback. And I was like, and Quincy Roche. It's like, we really like Quincy Roche. I had him as a third rounder in my Senior Bowl mock draft. My database was limited at the time, but I liked him, and I wouldn't have taken him in the third round. I would have taken him in the fourth round. If you probably look at my fourth round board for the start of day 3, probably Roche was probably on that top 10 list. Higher than Ellerson Smith. And so it was just cool to see a guy who was at the Senior Bowl, so got to see in person, a Miami guy, and a guy at a position of need where, if he plays all right, he's going he could play week 2, week 3 because of the position he's at.
Wes Locke says Ben Mason to the Patriots.
Yeah, which is a good fit for him.
Who do you like better as a prospect? I think this is going to be, you kind of already alluded to it. Who do you like better as a prospect, Ellerson Smith or Quincy, or not as a prospect, as a player? Who do you like better as a player, Quincy Roche or Ellerson Smith?
If we're lining up tomorrow, Quincy Roche. Ellerson Smith has a higher ceiling than Quincy Roche has, though. But Roche fits well. Like, he plays in coverage. He's a good run defender, knows how to set an edge, and he's a speed pass rusher with good hand moves. And you know me, like what I look for the most in pass rushers are how do you use your hands, and I like that. So we'll go through some questions. LiAngelo Ball, the worst of the Ball brothers. Bobby never cut those beautiful locks. Best Giants podcast. So I was going to cut my hair. I decided I'm not going to shave it, but I'm probably going to cut an inch off or something like that, or get it to where it looks neat.
That's what I've been telling you. You don't have to go 100 to 0. You just gotta
Well, here's the thing: I don't think I'm going to be a long hair guy for the rest of my life. Like LPG, he can't cut it. I could just cut it and never go long hair again for the rest of my life.
I think you're at a point where you can't do that. There's going to be, the X number of people that already love your long hair. They're going to be bugging you for the rest of your life.
All right. Well,
it will reduce your credibility if you do that.
That's true. That is true. I can't
So
argue
here's
that.
a question. Here's a question that I have that Nate Talks Football asks. So why was Roche cut?
Okay, that is a good question. I wanted to get them. Let me put it up on the screen. So I was reading some Steelers stuff. So they have TJ Watt, Alec Highsmith, and then somebody else. It's not Dupree. Oh, Ingram, Melvin Ingram, who was really good for the Chargers back in the day. And I guess this another rookie who was a UDFA, which isn't speaking glowingly, was playing well and also was like one of their main special teams guys. So I guess that's why.
There you
but
go.
Quincy Roche already fell to the 6th round. So there's something that the NFL thinks less of him than people who, like YouTubers like us. But Roche is a perfect fit, like for that edge group. He was like that nice, like mid-round guy that I like, but also was a fit. Like I love Rashad Weaver, but it's like he doesn't fit what the Giants are trying to do from the edge position.
Yeah.
So I am very happy they added Quincy Roche. So we'll get to some more questions.
I agree. I'm with you.
Like he can. So right now it's Azeez Ojulari, Lorenzo Carter, and then O'Shane Ximines and Quincy Roche because Trent Harris was released today. So they got me one Miami guy and got rid of another, which was like I had a tweet. It's like, wow, 2 Miami guys in the edge room feeling good, and then they cut Trent Harris for him. So there's that. We had a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, AV Mail. If you had infinite time and money, what would your ultimate Halloween costumes be? Well, I'm not a Halloween celebrator, but I'll just say costumes, ultimate costumes.
You're not an anything celebrator.
No, I'm not. I don't celebrate Christmas, Easter. I celebrate 4th of July. Probably Big Bird. Big Bird would be a good one for me because I've already gotten those comparisons in my life.
You don't have to dress up that much for Big Bird. I mean,
but I could just get like the Big Bird mascot. Like I can actually be Big Bird.
Yeah. I love Michael Myers. I want like the half
the cheapest costume of all time.
No,
you mean Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers?
I want Michael Myers. I want a really expensive knife, and I want like a professionally done mask. And then just a basic
like a hockey mask.
No. That's Jason. I want like
Michael
a really
Myers?
Michael Myers is 1978. Jamie Lee Curtis walking around.
1978. I don't know what it is.
No. Bobby dressed up as Tim from Florida. That's what I would want to be dressed up as. Actually,
someone tweet at Talking Giants with a picture of Big Bird and Michael Myers, and we'll retweet you. Giants. What is Quincy on the Giants for the next 4 years? Not sure how it works. Justin, do the Waddle dance for 3 seconds. Giants. Well, you cannot spend. They can't pay for us to dance. I'm sorry.
This is an OnlyFans.
But he is because he was signed on waivers. Because they claimed him off waivers, so it's the same exact contract that the 6th round whatever slot he gets picked. But good question. All right, let's get to some football questions. I'm going to roll through some of these and see ones that stick out. I can't believe we haven't seen any O-line ones, but I'm sure they've been in there. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Where do we got? Anyone else feeling more concerned than any time in recent memory? I partly am because there's expectations this year. Like there's expectations to win this year. So I feel a lot better about this team. I feel like there are definitely expectations to win more games. So I feel a lot more worried about this season than I did last season.
I feel like that's just a life question, but it could also
Jason
be
Garrett is back, last year Jason Garrett was an unknown. Now it's a little bit more of a known.
Yeah, and there is expectation. So, I can't agree more with that.
Fix the O-line, great name, says Bredesen starting week 1. I think so. I mean, what's the injury on Shane Lemieux? A torn plantar fasciitis or whatever?
Patella torn.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's he's going to try and play through it. But Shane Lemieux's not that, if it was Kevin Zeitler had that injury, it's like, oh, he could play through it, though. What has Shane Lemieux proven to where he can not only play good, but play through an injury good? No camp. Like, that's big for him. And Bredesen was drafted ahead of him. Now, I do think Shane Lemieux is a better run blocker than Bredesen. Bredesen, I think, has a better pass blocking ability. Not like perfect, like 4th round was where he deserved to be drafted, I think. But the preseason I watched of him, which is so hard to tell, like, ins and outs on a preseason, but he did look good. Like, he looked good. So, yeah, I think I'm in. Like, I think tomorrow when we record our podcast, when that's when I really put out my concrete takes, this is what I'm putting my Bobby Skinner stamp of approval for. I think I'm going to say Bredesen should start week 1.
Yeah. Seems like he's strong. It's got good feet, got good footwork, but it's that I think hand placement's a little too high,
which is very fixable.
very fixable, and keeping that center of gravity low and really relying on your legs of doing the majority of the work for you. So, you feel a lot better about the depth of the interior line when you include Billy Price in there too. Jonathan Harrison was a curious cut, but besides that, you feel much better about the depth of the interior offensive line. But Shane Lemieux's got to be here. I mean, that's also part of it too, where if he's out for an extended period of time, well, then it's like, well, then who's the next domino that falls into place? So,
yeah. There needs to be a ninth guy that they can trust on, and I hope it's not. I don't even feel comfortable with Kenny Wiggins as the ninth guy.
Yeah, he was signed back to the practice squad.
Stu Wallace, are you nervous about the O-line? Yes, very much so. Let's see. Let's go. I'm going through questions. I don't like to just do the super chat questions, so I'm going through. Big Blue in the Bronx. So this is the only thing we're not prepared for tonight. Is Justin Hilliard special teams guy? Seems based on stats he did not play a whole lot of Ohio State and would lead. I haven't watched Justin Hilliard yet. Like, I am very unfamiliar with Justin Hilliard, but I will have a film if he's a good. If I don't think he's like, if I think he has potential, I'll make a film breakdown of him. If I think he is a nobody, then I won't make a film breakdown. It's really as simple as that.
There you go.
Odds
are he's a special teams guy. I mean, odds are.
You guys, yeah. Well, yeah, you guys going to get Leonard's comments on Graham's defensive motto on a Talking Giants top? You know it would sell. What, adapt or die?
Yeah.
That's actually a Nick Saban quote that Joe Judge stole from him. And I think Nick Saban probably stole it from somebody else. Like, that is that's not a Patrick Graham. Like, he didn't think of that.
I wish
I've heard Joe Judge say that. I've heard Nick Saban say it in interviews.
You know who we haven't heard say it?
Yeah.
Jason Garrett.
He says fight. That's his motto. Fight.
Fight for the league to be like it was 15 years ago. That's what he fights for.
This is kind of funny. Kadarius Toney or Kadarius Phony? I can't believe no one said that yet. That's the first time I've seen that name. Which, by the way, do you think he should number 17 should be available now?
I want him to go for it. Yeah.
We wait. Big Blue in the Bronx says, seems like every 2 years we go for Steelers awards to us. Ross Cockrell. Tuzar's skipper had a really good preseason in 2019. I remember when we claimed him. He played a little bit in his first game. I think it was versus Tampa.
Fun name.
Let's see. Are you concerned about Nick Gates' pass blocking? No. He was really good towards the end of the season. No sacks. Like one QB hit. Thomas should not go to right tackle.
No.
Who would play left tackle?
Some people have said that Matt Parrott struggled at right tackle because he's more or less a left tackle. I've seen this online.
It's not true. I don't even feel like addressing that.
Matt Parrott is a left tackle. That's why he struggles at right tackle.
Scott McLaughlin says, Justin, you are a little sensitive, but you are passionate.
Screw you, Sean. Oh, Scott. See, I got your name wrong. There you go. I'll live up to the reputation.
I'm sensitive too. I just don't show it.
I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Like, I'm sensitive, like I have feelings, and I feel things deeply. So thank you, Scott.
Yeah,
Sean. Your name's Sean now.
Will the Giants regret skipping out on Rashawn Slater? Yeah, they could. Absolutely, there's a good chance of that.
Depends what their first round pick is next year.
I think it more so depends on how bad the O-line is. Like, I don't know, but they could.
They could draft Neal next year, and you feel much better about him than I think. Yeah, that's not a knock on Slater. It's just a good player in Neal.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Nothing much is fire. Let's see. I think there was a super chat, so let me get to that, and then I'm too far behind in the comments, so I'm sorry. How do I ask these guys a question? You just asked, MG. There you go. I think we missed this. Did I miss a super chat?
Maybe. It's possible.
Oh, here's one. Thoughts on Colin Johnson. Liked him out of Texas. So I watched some of his highlights and stuff. I mean, he is a big-ass dude, and he can make some tough catches over the middle. A lot of them were from Mike Glennon, funny enough. So, I mean, he had almost 300 yards as a rookie from, what was he, drafted in the 5th or 6th round? I can't remember. but he looked good in that. So Dante Pettis is out, and I think Dante Pettis will probably stay out because like Dante Pettis wasn't going to play a ton of specials. They brought back CJ Board. So yeah, I think they like him.
And the fact that they cut Sills and brought Johnson in, and Johnson's on the 53. I mean, they didn't sign him to the practice squad, so the fact that he's here, hopefully an upgrade over what we saw from Sills, and Sills is still here. So for everybody that freaked out about us cutting him, he's still here. He's on the practice squad.
Giants World, honestly speaking, hand to heart, do you guys truly believe in DJ? I do. Yes, I do.
I also
It's such a long question. So watch the PPP tomorrow, and we spent almost 30 minutes coming out at 8 a.m. So it's not coming out till 11, so it'll be out at 8 a.m. We spent 30 minutes talking about Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Daniel, and one of the I actually thought that we were pretty fair about Daniel Jones too, and saying that there are certain areas of his game where, and this is kind of a no shit show.
We went through all his weaknesses.
There are certain elements of his game where he's never going to be, like Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, blah, blah, blah. And that's the improvisation. And when you hold on to the ball for longer than 3.1 seconds, those guys like, Mahomes, Rodgers, Josh Allen, they produce explosive plays like a snap of the finger. I don't know if Daniel Jones is ever going to be like that, but, certainly the potential is there. And, the main thing is this is a league of explosive plays. If the Giants offense can produce more explosive plays of 20-plus yards and the passing game and more runs of 10-plus yards, they're going to be a better team this year. That's really kind of it.
There's a salad tossing joke in one of the comments.
Oh boy, give me all the salad tossing jokes. I have laughed at that for this entire week. Made my week, possibly made my year.
Okay, Big Vito, offensive line and running back room still scared. Did you see Corey Clement is on the Cowboys?
They call that what kind of poetry?
Poetic justice.
Wrong. Poetic justice. Thank you. We're getting a lot of super chats today. Thank you.
Joey Mooney, who's a new Patreon. Here. Hold on.
Joey.
Patreon.com/Talking Giants, $2 a month. Me and my dad just got tickets November 28th against the Eagles. I can't wait for us to beat the crap out of the Birds. Let's go, Big Blue. Love y'all's work. I'm going to be at that game. That is the one game I'm traveling to New Jersey for. So
yes,
I will be there for that game. So looking forward to seeing you guys out there.
Michael Strahan getting his jersey retired. That was announced today too.
And I wanted to go to the Eli one, and I tried to win the raffles to go with LPG in those box seats. But I'm going to the Eagles one. But you know what? Michael Strahan was my first favorite player. He's the first jersey I ever owned. I still have his jersey. If I can lose like 30 pounds by then, I will wear that jersey to the game. And that towel looks sick. I'm gonna be waving that towel like a maniac.
I want to sell towels on our store. It's a goal of mine for this year.
We should. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, people love towels.
Someone, Jake asks, "Are you staying in Justin's bed?" No.
In my bed, yes.
I'm staying on his couch. No, I'm not bougie, but the one thing I do when I travel is like I need my own room. That's my one bougie thing. Like I don't share rooms anymore. What is the nicest of the new NFL stadiums? I couldn't tell you. LPG, who goes to all of them, says Dallas, but he's going to the LA one this year, so I bet you that one will do well.
I think that's gonna be nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think LA is going to be more of a chaotic area. I don't know it depends what kind of person you are. I'm still going to give Dallas and Arlington, Texas the nod over LA because of like the surrounding area not being chaotic. And I think you can get better food and grub in Texas than LA.
Yeah. The Texas barbecue supposedly is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wrote down towel. That's what we need to do. And the first one we'll do Phil McConkey's towel.
Yes. The Twitter account will sue us, but yes.
Well, we'll pit Phil McConkey on it. That actually probably will sell.
I agree.
I believe in DJ as much as the O-line is bad. He needs to help them out sometimes and learn how to move in the pocket to extend plays. Yeah, that's something actually we both talked about. We both agree on. I think the bright spot on that is when the O-line played the best with DJ while healthy was Cincinnati and Philly, and you really saw him work the pocket well in that game. Those are like his best games, working the pocket. So there's some, but yeah, that's definitely something he needs to do. Like that Andrew Thomas holding penalty on Sunday, Jones should have stepped up in the pocket on that play.
Yep. Yep. Eyes are kind of too far down the field, and we gotta work back to the line of scrimmage a little bit faster. And the mental, the processing in that regard needs to improve, and also working down to the checkdowns and pocket awareness. That definitely does need to improve.
Justin, did you decide on going to the Washington game?
Chris has been asking me this a lot, and it is still to be determined. I'm running out of time. It's kind of crazy that we still have a whole nother. It's 2 weeks. It's still, this NFL season still feels like a month away to me. Like it's not hitting me that next Thursday is like the first. No, not next Thursday. Is not the first NFL game. I lied.
Next Thursday.
What day is today?
Wednesday.
Oh, so it is next week. That's so crazy. See, I'm thinking that we have 2 weeks left. We have one.
So Monday is Labor Day, even though it's like we're not real. Like we will. So we'll record a mailbag Monday night.
I have a fantasy football draft at like 8:00, so we got to go early.
So maybe we'll do it in the morning on Monday. We'll figure it out, but we'll do a mailbag. But Sunday and Monday, I want us taking that day off because it's literally our last Sunday off until the month of February.
That is true. Until after we win the Super Bowl. So,
Thrill Collins, what's going on, partner? Contributing to the TG fund. Love the PPP series. Great work and keep it getting betting. Talking Giants to the moon. Thank you, Thrill Collins. Speaking of that, did you see? We didn't talk about it. I broke my first source yesterday.
I thought you broke one last year too, and just like this year, it didn't get any attention.
This wasn't fake though. You probably assumed I made that up.
We were talking about it. We were talking about there's a player that you're going to make up, and I thought you made this up.
No, I actually didn't. Last year we thought about doing it. See, the reason I can't do it fakely is because that person will see that, or their family will be like they're probably name searching, and worrying. So I couldn't do that to whoever. That was very real. And you saw someone else literally 30 seconds before I tweeted mine out, said Matt Cole was getting cut. So
did people credit you though? That's the thing.
No, because they got it 30 seconds before me. And I don't have a blue check mark. I don't think people even realize.
I would have liked to. No, it didn't really get a lot of attention. So.
Well, it's on a day where there's 30 different stories, so it's if it was the only story of the day, people would have some more fun with it. But
if you broke David Sills, then
yeah, that would have been big.
But nobody would have ever fed you that. Whoever was feeding you information would have never given you David Sills. They decided to give you Matt Cole.
Joseph Clark, feel more or less confident now. No, I actually asked for Matt Cole specifically.
Oh.
Because I wanted to make the cold-blooded punt, and I wanted to call him wide receiver / cornerback / special teamer.
Did you make the cold-blooded?
Yeah,
joke?
I said cold-blooded, but this is the business. Likely to end up on the practice squad.
Per Bobby Skinner.
When I pitched it to somebody to give me the Matt Cole scoop, and I said, "This is what I want to do," and they're like, "Okay."
That was really nice of that person.
Yeah, you don't know who it is, but I'll tell you later.
Wow, thank you.
Joseph Clark says, feel more or less confident now versus a few months ago. Less. The closer you get to the season, it's the less the fun of Kenny Golladay and the draft gets, and then more it's oh my gosh, we gotta win some games.
Yeah, we've seen Jason Garrett. I've seen Jason Garrett with my own eyes before I've seen Kenny Golladay on a field. So, less.
I was very close to Kenny Golladay at FanFest. Everyone was yelling his name, and he just wouldn't look up. And they kept yelling his name. It's he's not going to look up at you.
Stone cold killer.
Cold-blooded,
some might say.
Cold-blooded. Let's see.
Why do we have more people in here now than we did for our streams where we were in Foxborough in a joint practice?
Because it's 53-man roster week. And there was no news attached to those ones. Did Penik fall on the milk crate challenge? Yeah, you didn't do the milk crate challenge or the milk chug challenge.
Yeah, I'm a fraud. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm a fraud. I'm also sensitive, according to Sean, also known as Scott earlier.
You just brought it back up, so maybe he's right.
I did. Yeah, but he 100. I did not deny it. Bad guy. I'm a bad guy, Jeff. You're really behind on questions. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, but I don't want to ever be like indebted to this. Like, I appreciate the super chats, and we will answer all the super chats, but I never want to get to where I'm only answering super chats. Like this is about talking about the Giants, not like everyone that has a super chat will be answered, but there's other ones.
Chris just asked a really good question about, did you touch on Raymond Johnson?
I'm behind. I got to catch up if I go out of order.
I need to talk about this though.
What was the question?
Did you guys touch on Raymond Johnson? And absolutely we did.
Oh,
he was my favorite.
Not today, but yeah, we're glad he made. That's the reason they traded BJ Hill. Yes. Kid Blue says, "How do you guys feel about seeing Andrew Thomas get tossed on live T? Pretty disturbing, if you ask me."
Wow.
Talking Giants. Go subscribe to Kid Blue. He's the man.
KB.
And that's just disgusting. That is disgusting.
KB.
Supposedly the New York Giants press room or whatever they call it for like the game. Press box was having some fun with that during it.
There is a decent.
I mean, the whole world was having fun with that.
Let's think about this for a second. Andrew Thomas and his friends and family.
I feel bad for that.
Probably saw that tweet.
Yeah.
And now every time that person's name may come up in Andrew Thomas's life, that is what he will think of.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Know what phrases mean before you do it.
Just give it a quick Urban Dictionary.
Rick Bowman, Research Rick. Are you disappointed Judge hasn't developed Slade and Barton after a year sufficiently enough to stick? Can he develop players? I mean, Judge isn't going to be like developing the offense like that's up to the O-line coach. And then, at some points, just some players are players. I am a little frustrated that Slade is not on the practice squad. And Jake Burton is really bad. He's never going to be he's never going to be a sufficient playing, fill in as a backup role. Chad Slade could. Chad Slade has the strength and athleticism to do that. But Jake Burton has no, he will never be that. If Jake Burton's ever in a line, it's done.
Jackson Barton or Jake Burton?
Jake Burton
said Jake Burton.
Yeah, Jake Burton is the one that made the practice squad that I don't like that he made the practice squad.
See, I'm continuing to get him confused. I will never get it right.
Yeah,
thank God one of them's gone.
Certain players. Yeah, I mean, that's more up to position coaching. And
also the thing with developing linemen, I feel like out of all positions in the game of football in today's game, developing offensive linemen is probably the most difficult. And I think that there's a reason why you look around the NFL and some of the teams that are more successful. I should actually maybe do a little study into this. Rick, this may even be something that you would like to do too, because I know Rick's a psychopath, but looking into stuff. But look at how many offensive line groups have first round picks invested in them. I think there's a large majority of them. There are a ton of high picks that are devoted to offensive linemen because of the lack of practice time that is in today's NFL. I mean, especially last year. I mean, forget even this year, especially last year. There was no developing offensive lineman last year with such limited in-padded practice time and then no spring, no off-season workouts. So it's tough to do it in today's NFL, and I think that's why you see a lot of teams investing high draft picks into their offensive linemen.
And when he started working the O-line, Thomas got back. There was Hernandez looks really good. Now I got to see it in regular season to go off on it.
There you go.
I got to print 1,000 of towels that say "Talking Giants" on your guys' podcast and Instagram, and go into the stadium before games and put them on as many seats. That is really illegal. You just can't. I would do it, but it's just illegal.
Yeah, it's a good idea though. Thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, I wish. Underdog says boycott NFL Crybabies 2021.
Sure.
Laughing emoji.
Sure. Okay.
What are you doing in an NFL stream, dude? Barstool did ask this, Clem. I don't know what that's. From the towel thing. They didn't put it on seats. I think they gave him out outside the stadium. Thomas Panicola. Even though Smith will probably be injured before we play the Eagles, part of me really wants to see him play just so we can see him and Peppers meet over the middle of the field. Oh, Devontae Smith. I thought he was talking about Ellerson Smith.
Nope.
Yeah, it would be very funny to light up Devontae Smith. I can't.
I just want to say, like, Bradbury probably like prepare for this guy. Like, this is the guy I'm going up against.
Angelo Ball says he had a super chat complimenting Justin that was ignored. Coincidence? I think not. I missed it.
What the hell, Bobby Skinner?
Go find it. Someone find it and don't super chat it again, but find it. MG says, "What are your minimum expectations for Kenny Golladay?" Stat wise, I would like 900. If either 1,000 yards and like 9 touchdowns, or like 900 yards and 10 plus touchdowns. How about that? One or the other. One or the other has to break that 1-0-0 threshold or whatever.
Here's the super chat. LiAngelo Ball is the best brother of the Ball brothers. Which draft pick broke your heart the most? Mine was Marvin Austin. By the way, Justin killed it live in studio.
Thank you, LiAngelo. Broke my heart the most. Gosh.
How do you define that? Like, how we
like
define
someone, like someone that you really thought was going to be good. You love the pick, and it just ended up not working out.
Derek Tuska.
No, but someone that the Giants picked. He said Marvin Austin. The Giants picked Marvin Austin.
Ramses Barden.
I was going to say Ramses Barden, but I feel like everyone says Ramses. How about David Wilson, maybe? David Wilson is very active on socials and like trying to be part of the Giants family too. I've noticed.
He is. I think that's tough. Kind of ignored.
They
post him every once in a while, flipping against the Saints.
Do good QBs come into the NFL and get conditioned to not trust their pass pro due to multiple years of subpar O-lines? Is this the case with DJ now? That does happen. It happened with Sam Darnold badly. Like I watched Mekhi Becton, all of his reps, and it's like, man, this dude Darnold is shell-shocked. It hasn't happened with Daniel yet, but it sure as hell could. It sure as hell could. Yeah. And that's why when people are like, oh, I want him to get out of the pocket more, it's like, yeah, that sounds good, but I don't want him just escaping the pocket all the time because he doesn't trust his O-line. But that absolutely does happen. And remember, and I went on like a 5-minute rant, and I posted it on Twitter after that Cardinals game when we did the max protect play, and Marcus Golden just lights Daniel Jones up and he fumbles the ball. And people are like, he needs to sense this. I went on a rant. I was like, screw that. This is a max protect play. It's meant to be where he is he cannot really be paying attention to the pass rush. It is you have to have perfect timing on it. He snaps his head after the play action and gets lit up immediately. I was like, screw that. I don't want him ever sensing this pressure, because if he's sensing this pressure, then he's done. Then he's ruined. So, I mean, that might have been one of my better rants. That pissed me off so bad when people were saying he needs to sense that pressure. Yeah.
I mean, he just got blindsided, knocked to another dimension by Marcus Golden, then he returned it back for a touchdown. I mean, those are the blindside fumbles that you don't mind Daniel Jones giving up, because it's just like, what do you want him to do? So
yeah. Ty Jackson, thank you for the Bobby. Since you're not living there, how do you watch all the Giants games? I live in Virginia and rarely have games on TV. NFL Red Zone has helped do. I pay for NFL Sunday ticket. It's super expensive, but I pay for it. Underdog. I'm gonna give all of his comments. I said blah blah. NFL sucks now, which is kind of ironic, but anyways. Scott McLaughlin, Skinner, you should be a blue check mark. Just should have a pink check mark. Dare you to read it. I read it, Scott.
I agree.
He's trying to get a rise out of you. I will never take a blue check mark.
I would be the first person to have a pink check mark.
Broncos leaving a stadium with a 0 on our board. I love it.
Yes.
Lincoln family. Alex Wilson versus Copizzle in a salad toss contest. Who wins? Ooh.
It's a draw.
You know what? No, I'm going to give Copizzle the bet. I bet you he could toss his Alex Wilson salad toss his salad a little better.
All right.
A little more. All right. Probably got more experience.
All right.
It's a super chat. Got to answer. R3400. Are we overreacting to the offense's performance against the Pats? All the reason we thought the offense would be better didn't play. It depends on if you reacted the way me and Justin did. I don't think so, because it's like this offensive system is broken and the offensive line isn't good. It doesn't mean that it won't be better, but I want to have higher expectations for the offense. That's the issue. But my expectations are now not as high as they could be, because of the offensive line and mostly Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, you're concerned about the offense this year because it was ranked 31st last year, not because of what they showed in preseason and training camp. And that's been,
But I was hoping they'd show
my
us something in
take.
preseason to comfort me, and they just didn't.
Yeah, and same thing. I feel like even same thing from what we saw in training camp. This is why I really wish that we were there, and hopefully next year they let fans in go a little bit more, so people like me can go there every day as much as possible and take away whatever it takes. This is actually really funny. So I just went on a show, Inside the Pylon, I believe it's called, with our buddy Mike Forcello, and he had quite the take that says it is going to be an advantage for the Giants week 1, considering that almost half of their offense has not been seen by anybody. Kenny Golladay has not had a single snap put on tape during the preseason for the Broncos to see. Kadarius Toney has not had a single snap. Kyle Rudolph has not had a single snap. Saquon Barkley has not had a single snap. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. But four out of our 11 players have not had a single snap during the preseason. So for all those fans that say, oh, you don't want to give anything away, the Giants certainly did a very good job of that, where we have now flipped all those players missing the entire summer into a positive. They didn't put anything on tape. Nobody knows what we're going to do.
I love it. Underdog says he watches volleyballs. Very cool, Underdog.
Evan Ingram is a good volleyball player.
Damn. Jake Oppenheim says best reporter means beat reporter. I'm not going to answer that, but here's what I'm bothered by. I'm bothered that Pat Leonard has been getting like every scoop the last 2 days of like guys being cut, and because I have to credit him from the Talking Giants account, and that I hate doing that.
He may be the best reporter.
No, he's not. Let's see. It's prediction Bears go 0-17. I sure hope so.
That Bears game, week 17, is the biggest game of the year. No cap. Hate that I just said that.
Brendan O'Grady saying these two most recent and most important in the offseason. I totally disagree with that. I wouldn't even put them in the top 5. Well, actually, if Shane Lemieux doesn't play, I put them in the top 5.
That comment included a bad word.
Yeah, I didn't want to read the whole thing.
This is fun.
Let's see. Did CJ Board getting cut shock you? They re-signed him. They cut him just for like to bring someone back on, and then
boom. All right. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at right now? I feel like, do more moves still have to be made, and are we kind of set? Like or Nate Ebner, and I guess that's the Gillespie, Gillespie for Ebner move.
Yeah, if they don't cut Colin Gillespie to bring Nate Ebner on the roster, I will be pissed. I mean, I still don't want Nate Ebner on the roster, but at least like it's like okay, you're trading a special for a special.
Josh Jackson that's also like my red flag concern right now.
He's on the roster.
I know he's on the roster, but what's his status?
It's just he's on the roster right now. I don't know. What do you want him to say? Like
no. I'm saying like, what's his status? Like, is he going to be a guy that they eventually put on IR to bring somebody else to bring another guy in? Like I don't. I'm just saying I don't know. Like in terms of things to watch out for, because
what's going on, entertainer?
I'm kind of happy with what we got right now. So I'm not. It's not like any big complaints anywhere. So
what's going on, entertainer? I sent entertainer a gift today, or I had other people send him a gift today.
There you go.
How about that? Nice guy to me. Go subscribe to
nice.
Entertainer. He's an up and coming YouTuber.
Yes.
Go support people like that. We always support the people that are trying to grow on the YouTube game.
I agree.
Let's see what questions we got.
Sugma.
Scott Milwaukee. Hey, Justin, you were so upset at my Twitter burner account, but you need to know your passion for the Giants is what matters. You are the man. Yours truly, Sean. Well, I don't know what his burner account was.
And I don't think if you tell me, Sean, Scott, if you tell me what your burner account is, I will gain a lot more. I already have respect for you based off of that.
There was one account I almost blocked just because of their name, and then I saw you followed them. And I was like, all right, I don't want to be the soft person because I was going to have your back and block this person, and then I saw you follow him. I
did follow until I got to 1,000 followers. So
No,
then
this one was. Anyways, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, tell me about
I
it.
think you followed it as a joke.
Oh, well, there's an account called Justin Penik Sucks, and I
That's
followed
the
that.
one. I was gonna
Oh, there
block
you
it,
go.
and then I saw you followed it. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I won't block it.
You want to know why I followed it? Because it's funny.
Yeah, that's true. But he like actually hates you.
All right, good. Join the party.
Bredesen should start left guard. I think so. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Which of Billy or Ben do you think will start first? Definitely Ben Bredesen over Billy Price. I think Ben Bredesen will probably just be better than Billy Price anyways. I don't think Billy Price is that good. I think he's a strong, athletic backup center. I think that's what Billy Price is.
Who do you prefer, him or Jonathan Harrison?
Price has more like potential.
Sure.
And I've only seen Harrison versus backups. I'll go Price. Price, a lot of his stuff is mental too.
So now what we need to do, we need to look at the Giants' backup offensive linemen, and we need to compile how many career NFL starts that they have compared to now, compared to before training camp.
It's whatever Nate Solder has plus 16. Colin Johnson is good. Kenny Galladay insurance.
Sure.
I hope so.
Well, that's a take. Yeah.
Hope you guys are well. Mike George says, I need to buy a shirt. Buy a shirt, homie.
Buy a shirt.
Okay, that's what I wanted to high on chromosomes. Says, are you worried about Andrew Thomas's preseason game considering he had a good game against the Jets? Yes. That actually is what makes me worried about that preseason game is Andrew Thomas playing bad. And in that preseason game, didn't the Jets won because he played well, like no big issues. But didn't I say, I was like, he's almost trusting his athleticism a little too much. Yep. Go listen to the Jets preseason game recap. I was like, he seems like he's trusting it a little too much. And I was like, he's going to get burned around the edge. So I'm honestly glad that it happened. So it didn't happen week one. Maybe it still will happen week one, but I'm glad that there can be a correction of it,
Yeah.
If Jones struggles this year, will the Giants look for his replacement or Jason Garrett's? Both. I hope to God.
Yeah, most likely both.
Let's see.
It's Garrett will be more likely than Jones, though.
Underdog says bowling is better than watching crybabies on a field.
I agree.
100 gorilla fart.
It's been the best take you've had so far, Underdog. I've almost bowled to 300. I haven't bowled in a couple years though.
Very nice. That's something we need to do is go bowling. Like next year, you need to come down to Florida for a week and just I'll show you around.
I'll bring my bowling balls down.
The linebacker spot next to Blake will be interesting all season. Take Crowder up first. I think it should be all three of them. I think every single one of those guys should be playing. They all bring different skill sets, and I think they should all play in every single game.
Yeah. What's so we know I think Reggie Ragland's role is majority first down, second down guy. Carter Coughlin is like this situational pass rusher, and he can play the run pretty well too. And you want him out there on some of the passing downs, like I said, rush passer. So what's Tay Crowder's role? What's his mold, so to speak, or does he have one?
He's an inside linebacker who's got good range and coverage and can play aggressively and fill gap and play his gap and play fast. And needs to get better at tackling in the open field. Underdog says Giants blow Buffalo balls. I think he means Buffalo Bills. I don't know.
Sure. We tossed their salads a couple years ago. Remember that?
I heard the underdog guy is a big he likes to toss bowler salads.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
What was your biggest surprise cut? Jonathan Harrison. Actually, no, because then once they made the trades, I was like, okay, I get it. I don't think there really was because we were expecting a Fetty.
Yeah.
BJ Hill got traded, which I don't believe for a second that if they didn't trade BJ Hill, they were going to cut him. I don't believe that for 1 second.
No.
And honestly, I don't trust the beat reporters about this stuff about this would happen anymore. Because honestly, they've looked really bad the last 2 weeks. They've gotten a lot of stuff and told me oh, you're crazy if you think this. And guess what? Stuff didn't happen. So I am no longer believing the beat on anything that's speculative.
Josh Jackson was supposed to be cut.
I was told, oh my God. Yeah. And that wasn't even just that. It was multiple things.
Yeah.
But anything that's speculative or like, oh, that guy was going to get cut, or like, I'm just not believing it anymore. Yes, Fritz Conrad, we're very worried about that, even though they had Saquon, but we're very worried about that.
Hey, Fritz.
Ron Dane answered the question about the draft thing that didn't work out. That might be mine, Ron Dane.
You remember that guy that I shotgunned a beer with at MetLife?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, that was Fritz.
Oh, okay.
Fritz,
yeah, I do remember him now. I do remember him.
Good guy. Hope to see him again.
Snacks I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind. And then Underdog says Giants are crybabies.
I am a crybaby.
Oh, we got a bunch of draft answers. So, man, I am really far behind if I'm just seeing all of these, like, people that they wanted to.
Yeah.
He said men in blue tits. All right, so I missed some super chats. And I'm not answering Underdog anymore. He's weird. Are today's pickups well thought out additions, or are Giants flailing? These ones are well thought out. It's bottom of the last wide receiver in the roster, Colin Johnson. Quincy Roche was very much like, hey, we think he's going to be better than Trent Harris. And then Hillard, I don't know yet.
Yeah. I think certainly Billy Price was a little bit more of a reach, but Big Ben, maybe these guys can be they can come here. At least Quincy Roche and Ben, they can come in here and make some noise.
I hope I didn't miss any super chats. There's one more. My bummer cut of 2020 was Nico Lewis. What cut bummed y'all the most? Well, I wasn't bummed by Nico Lewis because I knew he'd make it to the practice. Jonathan Harrison. Jonathan Harrison is my biggest bummer cut. Because if they want to keep 9, if he made the practice squad, it wouldn't have been, but he's not on the practice squad. So now Kenny Wiggins is our best O lineman on the practice squad because they didn't bring back Chad Slade either.
I guess Corey Clement. I guess
yes, Corey Clement actually is it. Yeah, that's it, Corey Clement.
Yeah, because I got a text from somebody who I guess is more well informed than I am after I made the tweet that's saying that actually Clement is more likely to pass waivers than Gary Brightwell. But me as a fan, I'm thinking to myself, well, Corey Clement is more talented than Gary Brightwell. Wouldn't you think that he's more likely to pass through waivers? But I guess not. This text that I got from somebody who sent me my tweet and said you're kind of wrong, but.
You know what? Screw that. You're not wrong. Gary Brightwell is nothing. He's not good. He's not better than Corey Clement. He's not better as a running back. He's not better as a receiver. He's not better as a blocker. And Corey Clement fumbled. Well, go look at Gary Brightwell. He fumbled. So maybe he's some amazing special teamer. Like I said, if you agree that he's an amazing special teamer, tell me your favorite special team moment from his college career in preseason. Like just kind of describe the play, and then okay. If not, there's 300 people in the chat. Everyone drop $1 super chat. Support these guys. They work us. Red Rich, I appreciate that, but please don't, because I don't want to see all those super chats.
No, just like watch what we do and enjoy it. But thank you, Rich. I appreciate
it. Everyone Venmo me $1, but don't super chat because I don't want to see.
Don't Venmo me. Just Venmo Bobby.
Yeah. And maybe I could sell some stickers again. One time I did do that. I was dead broke and I wasn't getting paid for 2 days, and I was like, I had selling stickers $1 on Venmo and got like.
I did see that you were doing that.
I had $50 to give me like $20 of gas in my tank.
I gotta buy more. I gotta buy more talking. Not the. I have enough. I think I have enough of the Trailer Park Boys stickers. I gotta buy more of our stickers with just the logo on it.
I just bought a 50-pack, so.
People have been coming up to me in the stadium, which we haven't talked about this. We haven't had a chance to talk about this. People have been coming up, like people have been like recognizing me, like walking around like the parking lot and in the stadium and stuff like that, which has been really cool. And I've been giving away stickers. So thank you to everybody that said hi. Very nice.
Are you bringing business cards too?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it makes more sense to pass out stickers. I mean, if I run into somebody who's like more formal and it's like a business opportunity, then I guess I'll give them a business card. But I'm not going to give somebody a business. Who wants a business card that's like a listener of our show?
Well, it's sometimes. So I got recognized by someone and I gave them a business card, and then they followed me on Twitter. But like they recognized me and said, I like your stuff, but they weren't following me on Twitter. So
yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
A lot of, especially like the YouTube crowd, actually, because it's like they just, they don't use a lot. Like I wouldn't have Twitter if I wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Someone says people recognize Justin in parking lots behind dumpsters and men room stalls. I agree.
That's true.
You guys should do a live stream of playing Madden 22. I think next time I go to New York, because our guy Joe's McFly, he has started John Boy Media Gaming. I think we will try and do something like that. It won't be something we do on the regular, but that is something like we could do like once or twice, like here and there.
I have a desktop that actually is a tank now, and I would like to. This is like something that's down the line. Happy birthday, Lou!
Happy birthday, Lou Vega!
Happy birthday, Lou! I'm not a very good video game player, but I do have a desire to stream me playing video games. I have a desire to do that one day.
Yeah, I just can't get into my PlayStation got zapped by lightning, so I'm like, all right.
You're also not a good live streamer by yourself.
No, I'm actually really bad at it.
Yeah,
I need someone just to bounce off of.
Yeah, I
could. Like there was one time where you couldn't do it. Oh, Sean Sullivan says hi. Oh my gosh, he left a lot of highs. Hi. I guess it's not. I'm gonna take every. He said hi.
I only could see one of them.
Oh, maybe it's a spam because I have like 10 of them in front of me.
Oh boy. Okay.
Who was the fourth cornerback right now? Rodarius, yes.
Or Josh Jackson.
But Rodarius is the one who's playing ahead of him.
Correct.
Brightwell converted from wide receiver to running back. I can see why.
He doesn't really catch the ball that well too. I mean, he caught the ball well in preseason.
He had some play actions in the flats. Like anybody, I could have made those catches.
Yeah, I mean, he did have some nice catches against New England, but still, like the pedigree of his college tape, it was nothing exciting. So that's kind of like what we have to go by.
I was like, oh, he's maybe not the best runner, but it's like, oh, but no, he can't block either. Oh, he can't really receive. Oh, he fumbles. I hate crapping on the guy, but it's like Corey Clement is just a better running back than him. There's no doubt about it. John Ross is on IR, so he'll at least last a few weeks.
Yep. I hope
Shannon Muse practicing right now. They're just trying to avoid surgery.
Yep. Tough SOB. I'll tell you what.
We're at 51 minutes, so we'll go like another 5 minutes.
Yeah, I started to eat dinner. I got agita, and then I stopped.
I got to do the Quincy Roche film breakdown.
I got to edit Jones's PPP. Got stuff to do, people.
I said what up to Bobby. I ain't know the dude was so huge. I was the dude in the 5 jersey that dapped you at Oh, what's up, man? What's up, Jose? Oh, I remember you now.
I'll see you soon, Jose. Come to a Giant game.
Let's see. Forrest Gump live stream. What does it? We don't do like long 3-hour streams unless it's like the draft or something. Like I guess we could say that right now. We're on every Wednesday night. We're gonna do live streams.
Yeah,
Wednesday night.
There you go.
Less than an hour. We don't want to take it's never going to take the place of the podcast or film breakdowns or anything, but it's just something we want to do to kind of just go through questions like this and talk less. Like the podcast is very like notes. Hit this, got to hit this. This is a little more free flowing and just.
I don't get a chance to showcase my humor on the podcast as much as I like. I'm a funny.
When are you going to start showcasing it here?
Oh, zing!
The card coach, Bobby, thanks for all your great O-line videos. Here's a 5 for all your efforts. How worried are you about our O-line? I'm very worried because I don't have any trust in the right tackle spot. The left tackle spot I did have trust in, but he had a bad preseason game. And left guard, I don't even know who's going to be starting there right now. So I'm very worried about the offensive line.
We need to talk about this.
Go for
Anthony
it.
Anthony Sullivan says live stream on the Vegas Strip.
If
Shania Twain is performing her residency in Las Vegas at the same time the NFL draft is happening, I am going to the NFL draft.
The NFL draft's not in. Oh, that? No, you're not. You can't. We can't go to the NFL draft. We will never go to the NFL draft.
I will literally live stream from the hotel room.
Maybe when we're old and we're resting on our laurels, we could. But until that point,
I will live stream from the hotel room, and I will be the man on the street, like leading up to that week and leading up to that day and that evening. But if Shania Twain is performing the same time that the NFL draft is happening in Las Vegas, I am going.
Paul Dietz, for those who join late, will this be available as recording or is it only? Yes, it's. So something I've noticed about live videos is that you have to if you press your subscriptions, they show up afterwards. But like if you click on our channel afterwards, they don't show up until they like process for like a couple hours later. But yes, it shows up. Elias, what would the Giants need to accomplish for a bar to get a buzz cut? You probably could see this message, but better if it's colorful. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about just doing it anyway. So there's not like something. I'm sure I you know what, I would love to. I don't know
if the Giants sign
if
Ben Mason.
if they win the Super Bowl.
There, he's already a Patriot.
If they win the Super Bowl. All right, let's finish off.
Okay.
Jay Berman, just a note to say thanks, guys. I rarely comment, but I always watch. Keep them coming. Good stuff. You're the man, Jay. We know you.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, we appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, Daniel Jones player profile and projection video out at 8 on the podcast app. What, like midnight or so?
Yeah, it'll be. I've been doing it at 11 p.m. That's when I've been putting out the PPPs.
Okay, so it'll be in the podcast audio out at 11 or 11:30. So if you do listen on Apple, leave us a 5-star rating and review. It'll be out on YouTube at 8. We will have Quincy Roche film breakdown probably out at around 11 tomorrow. And then if Justin Hillard is a player I like and see has potential to be a good player, then there will be one of him at 7. If there's not, you will never see a Justin Hillard breakdown from me. If I think he's just going to be like a special teamer, which very much could be the case. How much the Cowboys going to lose by an opening night? 77 points. Football grump. If the Giants go to playoffs, body keeps growing the hair until 2020 season. Okay, that works. Matthew, thank you for all the work, guys. Love the insight. Ask the game to see the meta game about the game. Cheers from Phoenix. Thank you, my man. All right, we appreciate you guys. We'll just have all that content to watch tomorrow. Podcast out on Friday to close out training camp. Next Tuesday is a mailbag podcast, and then Friday is a game preview. There's probably we'll have we've grown from this time last year like 500, 600%. There's going to be a lot of people who have never experienced a Giants game preview episode. So
yeah,
getting right around that. So if we don't see you until then, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. It's a Wednesday. Get to work, do good a job at work, and then enjoy your Labor Day weekend. All right, see you guys.